Welcome to another edition of IE News. On today's show, we have two interviews, one with the Director of Fashion, Pamela Knight, and the other with Transfer Counselor Ruben Page, a restaurant review, and everyone's favorite segment, Geek Center.
All this and more on today's edition of IE News.
Writers Reading Series presents leading steampunk author James P. Blaylock, reading from his recent release, The Aylesford Skull, which will be presented on May 3rd. For more information, call 562-243-7114.
LBCC will be hosting its Spring Sing on May 3rd in the Hall of Champions, which starts at 7 p.m. All proceeds will benefit LBCC Foundation scholarships. For more information, call 562-938-4795.
On May 4th, the Central 4-Piano Quartet returns to the LBCC stage to perform the rarely heard King of the Sun. It will be held at 7:30 p.m. in the Ruth Todd Concert Hall.
LBCC's Art Gallery is pleased to present Gravity, a group exhibit. For more information, call 562-938-4815 or check out artgallery.lbcc.edu.
Don't go anywhere. There is more IE News right after this break.
Do you feel lost? Are you unsure of the direction your life is heading? Or are you stuck at a dead-end job with no opportunity for advancement? The time is now to live your life and to follow your dreams. Filming, directing, producing, reporting. Your future is now.
Justin Timberlake just made his big return to the music scene, and our very own Daniel Garcia is here to give us his take on Justin's recent album.
I am Daniel Garcia with your album review. On March 19th, Justin Timberlake's third studio album was released and sold 968,000 copies in its first week. And that's not just digital copies, but only hard copies. You guys remember those. His record, The 2020 Experience, has a classic soothing feel which is comprised of loving lyrics and finely tuned instruments. The unique production by the one and only Timbaland proved timeless once again. This chemistry between JT and Tim never fails to hit high notes on the charts. My favorite songs off the album were Push It Love Girl and Tunnel Vision. I wish he would have taken more risks sonically, but I guess we'll have to wait and see for the next installation of this project, which arrives in November. Rapper Macklemore has recently made a boom on the hip-hop rap scene with his #1 hit single, Thrift Shop. Although his record, The Heist, was released late last year on his independent record label, it is just now racing up the charts and receiving praise from the industry's toughest critics. This album's clever lyrics were accompanied by catchy melodies and hooks. Macklemore opens up about his personal struggles and speaks on controversial topics, such as his support for gay marriage on the track Same Love. I recommend this album to all you true hip-hop lovers out there. So stay tuned. I'll see you music junkies next time.
Thanks, Daniel. I'm going to go pop some tags right now. And for those of you who have felt the pain of filing your taxes recently, here's Keith Huss, aka Cliff Notes, to give us his top 10 money songs.
Hello, I'm Cliff Notes. It's that time of year again. Time to pay those outrageous taxes. I am bringing you the top 10 money songs that I have put together to get you through this busy tax season. We'll start off at number 10 with ODB, Got Your Money. Baby, I got your money. At number 9, we got Steve Miller, Take the Money and Run. Number 8 is Barrett Strong, Money, That's What I Want. Then coming in at number 7, we have Money, 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 ABBA. Then at number 6, we got the OJs, For the Love of Money, 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 Money. Number 5, we got Wu-Tang Clan, Cream, Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar dollar bill, y'all. Number 4, we got Bone Thugs and Harmony. For the love of money, gotta love that money. Number 3, we have Dire Straits, Money for Nothing and Your Chicks for Free. Number 2 is Pink Floyd, Money. And the number 1 song is If I Were a Rich Man from the Fiddler on the Roof musical. This has been the top 10 money songs for this tax season. Cha-ching! Gotta invest that money and get that bling bling. Thank you for watching and listening. Check out the Long Beach City College radio stations, kctyfm.org on 107.7 FM or on the ustream.tv/channel/kcty. You can also hear us on KLBC on 1610 AM and on Ustream by searching KLBC. For IE News, I'm Keith Huss.
Thanks, Keith. We'll be right back with more IE News right after this.
Now that I got your attention, do you want to make movies or be a radio DJ? Yeah! I thought so. Well, come check out Long Beach City College's radio and TV department. Hey, stop playing with those buddies and get to class, young man. No, not that class. Here at LBCC, we have hands-on training, so ditch that boring lecture. Here we'll teach you state-of-the-art equipment, and in no time, you'll have the right tools to make your very own movie. Don't want to make movies? What's wrong with you? Well, you could be a radio DJ and learn all those crazy soundy stuff. Interested? Then check out our website or call. Look at you now. It looks like you're on your way to being the next Steven Spielberg.
Welcome back. Our very own Monica Bundy recently had the opportunity to speak to Long Beach City College's Director of Fashion Design Department, Pamela Knights. We joined her and some of her students to discuss the upcoming fashion show.
Hi, I'm Monica Bundy, and I have here Long Beach City College Fashion Program Director Pamela Knight, and she also have here 2 of her students, top students here in her class. I would like to actually tell you about an event, or actually speak to Pamela about an event that's happening April 27th. Can you elaborate on what's going on with this great fashion show?
Yes, it's the California Community College Statewide Fashion Symposium, and it's an all-day event that's held at the California Market Center downtown Los Angeles, where all the buyers come, to buy the fashion for their stores. Our fashion show will be held in the Fashion Theater, but it's not just a fashion show. It's an all-day event for students from community colleges all over the state of California to come and learn about the fashion business. They have an opportunity to speak with industry professionals, learn about career paths, hear about sustainability in fashion, and then and contests, lots of student competitions, and then it culminates with the fashion show.
Okay, can you inform us of the address where it's going to be held at?
It is 110 East 9th Street, East 9th Street. The cross streets are Los Angeles, Main, and 9th Street, downtown.
I've never actually been there, but I'm looking forward to going to the show, April 27th. I really am. Yeah. Okay, the theme, I thought that was very interesting, Mosaics of Fashion. Can you explain the theme of that?
Yes, well, we had determined that we wanted a Middle Eastern theme to the fashion show, and then to sort of brand the entire event, one of our students, Ed Gutierrez, came up with the idea of branding the event.
Love it.
And he thought of Mosaics of Fashion because many of the much of the architecture in the Middle East is formed of mosaics. It's sort of a the tiles that you see all over the world, and we're bringing fashion designers from all over the state of California to this event and to show their work in the show. So it's a sort of a multicultural, about bringing people together around the world.
I love that. This is going to be a pleasure to see and for all to check out. How do you go by getting tickets?
The tickets are available online through brownpapertickets.com.
Wonderful.
If you just put in a California Community College or CCC Fashion Symposium, the link should pop up.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you have in back of you 2 of your students here, Jalen and Devon. Wonderful. Well, Jalen, explain some of your favorite pieces. Do you have anything to show, maybe, as far as this magazine? I heard that you have something in there that's a beautiful dress.
Yeah, I have a couple things in there. I have one I don't know which one we want to go to first. We can go to the safety pin dress.
There you go.
Which is composed of over 1,500 safety pins.
Wow.
And also these long tree spikes on the boobs.
That is remarkable. So you're really into designing the dresses. Have you done like jumpsuits or pants or anything like that as well?
I will be designing pants. They aren't in the show though, but I usually mostly focus on kind of like after 5, some like after 5 sportswear in the evening.
Okay, wonderful. I'm looking forward to seeing your pieces in the show.
Thank you.
Davon, what age were you when you were inspired to be this designer, this top designer here?
I've always liked fashion since I was young, but I didn't think of it to be something serious until after I graduated from high school.
Wow.
Maybe like 19.
Okay.
I came here and going from there.
I am so delighted to see you and Jalen and Pamela Knight here. This is Monica Bundy for IE News.
Thanks, Monica. I feel trendy already. IE News' Keisha Minari sat down with Ruben Page, one of the LBCC's transfer counselors, to speak about the transfer process.
Hi, this is Keisha Minari, and I'm here for IE News, and today our guest is Mr. Ruben Page, and he is a transfer coordinator here at our Transfer and Career Center at Long Beach City College. Welcome, Ruben.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being here. So let's just start right off. What services does your office provide here?
Well, we're both, we just combined the Transfer and the Career Center. So we offer 2 types of services. One type of service is geared towards our transfer students to the universities. So they cover everything from university tours, application workshops, university appointments where university reps come to Long Beach City College and meet with students. We also do classroom presentations on transfer. So anything type of workshop or service to get students to the 4-year university we handle. But we also kind of our area wears another hat in terms of career services. So we help in terms of career with things such as mock interviewing, help with people's resumes. We even have online job listings and career counseling and career assessments, those types of things. So those 2 things kind of work with each other to help students really transfer, because in order to transfer they also need their major, and that's where the career piece fits in.
Okay, so like say I'm a student and I know that I need to begin working with you. If I didn't really know too much and I came into your office, how would you do? How would you start to work with me?
First I would try to narrow down what type of institution you're trying to transfer to. And there are 2 main types of institutions that our students target. The Cal State system and the UC system, especially the Cal State, because Cal State Long Beach is just down the street. Right. So what I would do is I would go over the foundation in terms of the minimum requirements required to transfer to the Cal State system as well as the UC system, and go over that first. After the foundation, we also need to talk about major courses, because a big part of transfer is also taking some of your major courses, if not a lot of them, here at Long Beach City College. So that's where the career piece for our center really fits in nicely to help address students who haven't chosen their major yet / career.
So what are some of the key things that a student can prepare? Like if they're going to work with you, what can they do to prepare if they want to transfer?
It's really about students being proactive about transfer. Everyone knows that they visit their counselors every semester. Well, I hope they know that. But there are some other things also that they should be doing to be proactive. They should be visiting their universities on tours. And just because the Transfer Career Center doesn't have a scheduled tour, most universities, if you call them up and ask for a group tour, they can schedule a group tour for you. Some of them even have admissions workshops. So going out there and visiting the universities and colleges that they're interested in transferring is very important. Another thing they should also do is start lining up their finances, looking into scholarships, looking into financial aid, making sure that piece is lined up. They should also think about where they're going to live after they transfer. Start looking into housing. What types of housing are offered? For example, a lot of our students have families, so a lot of them look for family housing. So they should look for the availability of family housing at different universities. And I also tell them to reach out to the folks who work at those colleges and universities. And some students think, well, that means I've got to go all the way down there, try to hunt down a counselor or an advisor, when in fact a lot of those counselors or advisors come to Long Beach City College for appointments or with workshops or at the transfer fairs. And that's like the perfect time for them to build those networks, to have an advocate for them to answer questions, rather than calling the university and saying, well, you've never spoken to me, but I have a couple questions. If you've gone to a college fair and say, and have met someone from Cal State Long Beach, for example, and say, I met you at the college fair, I have your card, you told me to contact you anytime, that communication is a little bit easier. So students should be really proactive about preparing for their transition to the university, and that's what our office does, is offer them those types of services to get them prepared.
Okay, that's a lot. That's a lot that you do. What are some of the mistakes that you see, because you work with so many students, what are some of the common mistakes that kids make?
I could think off the top of my head maybe 2 or 3 common mistakes. The big one is always surprising, is that a lot of students don't apply on time.
Okay.
And typically they don't realize, especially for the Cal States and the UCs, that you apply an academic year in advance. So if you're applying for a fall semester, if you're trying to get admitted for a fall semester, you're applying the previous fall semester. Some students think, I'm going to apply in the summer right before fall. And by that time, the deadline has passed months ago. So that's one thing, knowing when the application filing periods are, and being diligent about meeting those filing periods.
And you can help them with all those kinds of deadlines for each specific school.
Oh yeah, it's part of our transfer presentations or our transfer workshops, is making sure that they know about the deadlines. Another thing, a common mistake, is students, and this kind of goes with the services, the career side of the house, is they're thinking about their major a little bit late. I don't like pushing students to choosing majors, because realistically you're going to change your major a couple times. But in order to transfer, some of these institutions require major courses to be completed. And it's great that they're starting with their general education, even though they may not know their major courses, but eventually to increase their chances of transferring, they should start taking some of the major courses. For example, for the UCs, the more major courses you have that you've taken at Long Beach City College, the better your chances of transferring to a UC school. And at Long Beach State, all of their majors are impacted now. So all of their majors have specific major courses, maybe not all of them, but certain ones that they need to complete at community college before being admitted. So those are the types of mistakes that I see students falling into, some of the common mistakes, not thinking of their major, not knowing their deadlines, and something I mentioned earlier, really not being proactive about looking at the different services that are involved in terms of transferring.
I know I spent some time in your office just about a month ago, and the woman was so helpful. She really kind of inspired me with, you have so much information at your disposal. It was really great. And I also understand that there's some new AAs for transfer. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, the legislation just passed, which helped create the new Associate of Arts and Associate of Science degrees for transfer. And really, these AAs or AS degrees are guarantees. It's geared towards the Cal States, and the UCs are looking at these AA and AS degrees also to take a look at if it may give students priority in terms of admissions. But for the Cal States, by completing an AA or an AS degree, it guarantees them a home somewhere in the Cal State system.
I see.
So I'll give you an example. If Cal State Long Beach doesn't accept them, then a school with a like major will accept them, or they're referred to that other school.
Okay.
The AA for transfer, the AS for transfer also says that after they transfer with that AA, that they will only have to complete 60 more units to get their bachelor's degree. Okay. So there's not 120 units that students are trying to figure out what to take. They says, here are your courses, your other 60 units that you need to transfer. And for some schools, that getting the AA for transfer gives them a really high priority. Just anecdotally, from the students that got accepted for fall of 2013 that have been coming back to me that have said that they've been admitted to Cal State Long Beach, a lot of them have said, I got the AA for transfer. So that gives them even more of a priority, if not a guarantee just into the system.
Okay.
So really, and we've only got about 12 of them now, but that number is growing.
Okay.
And it's usually not important, but the most popular majors that we're going for first in terms of transferring, things like business administration and psychology and sociology, majors like that.
I see. Boy, all really good information to know. I want to thank you for being here, but before you go, tell us where your offices are located, because you're on both campuses.
Yeah. We're on both campuses, and it's kind of confusing because we were separate transfer and career centers, but at the Pacific Coast campus, I'll start with them, we're located in MD 132.
Okay.
And here at the LAC campus, we just moved into the newly refurbished A building. We're in A 1097.
Okay.
So I hope students come and visit us and really find out about our services for transfer and career.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Sure, it's been a pleasure.
All right. This is Keija Minari for IE News, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Keija. That was very interesting. And now for the most epic segment we have ever created, Geek Center. You're welcome.
Hello, fellow nerds. Welcome to Geek Center. My name is Dustin. I am Iron Man Velasquez, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Drew. If he called you crazy, would you still call him Superman Durnell? How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good, good, good. Today we're going to be talking about Iron Man 3 and The Man of Steel, the two big summer movies coming out, and I brought with me a nerd extraordinaire, Michael LePage. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good.
Good, good, good. I say that a lot. So let's just jump right into it. Are you excited for either of these films?
I'm really excited for Iron Man 3. Man of Steel, I'm probably going to give Nolan my money, but you know, it's up in the air whether I like it or not.
Okay, why are you excited for Iron Man 3?
It's from the past two experiences, they were good movies, and I expect the third one to be just as good. Plus Ben Kingsley is the Mandarin.
I have to say something. The second one I felt was not as up to par with the first one.
Yeah.
That's why this Iron Man 3 is very, controversial, I guess. I mean, because they don't know, is it going to be the first Iron Man or is it going to be the second Iron Man that we're going to see?
I'm hoping to see a little bit more of the first. We have a new director, and I've solely placed all the blame for the second movie on Jon Favreau. Because who else to blame? He's kind of tubby. You pick on the tubby kids. But yeah, no, we have Shane Black directing now, and he did Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, plus wrote all the Lethal Weapon movies. So I don't know if that means good or bad. So why not so excited for Man of Steel?
It's just, granted, I was kind of disappointed with Nolan with the third Batman movie. Now that he's branching out to he's branching out to the other DC properties with his own Nolan gritty universe. It's just, I'm just kind of bored with it. It's like, I've seen it, and now that there's talks of like Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing Batman in the Justice League movie, it's like, I thought the Nolan verse was supposed to be the Nolan verse.
Yeah, totally agree with you there with the Dark Knight Rises being, kind of not as good as I had hoped it would be. I wish Nolan would just, who knows if it's Nolan or if it's the studios, but I'd like Nolan just to go away. Like, I love Nolan, but, let him do his own thing rather than, dip his fingers in all these different projects.
And I agree with you on that. I will say I think it's a little bit of DC, and this comes from my own personal experience, having sat with the people who run DC Films and casually mentioning an idea about a darker Superman about 4 years ago, and guess what? They're doing a darker Superman. So I'm not saying that you stole my idea, but so you had a thing that you wanted to talk about, the categories.
Categories. I think this is how we can summarize versus categories between these two movies. First category, action. What do you think? Man of Steel or Iron Man 3, the action category, which one will you think? Purely action.
Purely action, I'd have to go with Iron Man 3.
Yeah, easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily. I mean, that whole trailer is just...
Also, Superman has never been one for action. He just kind of throws people and like hits them once. It's they don't blow a whole bunch of stuff up. Although in the trailer you have like buildings collapsing behind them. So I don't.
That's true. The second half of that trailer is very actiony. The first half is very grounded.
Yeah. For some reason, I can't help that all of the actiony scenes that we saw in the trailer are going to be all the actiony scenes we're going to see in the movie.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, you run the risk of that. I think they're going more artsy than they are going...
It's going to be, oh no, the Tree of Life on Na'vi got destroyed.
Oh, wow, an Avatar. Okay, next category.
Next category, this is an interesting one, the ladies. What do you think the ladies are going to like more? I'm just going to throw out my personal opinion. Man of Steel, I'm thinking they're going to... I mean, ladies like Robert Downey Jr., but... my personal opinion, this could go either ways. They're gonna.
Do they want the 5'9", mid-40s actor Robert Downey Jr.? Or do they want the 6'6", well-built, chiseled Henry Cavill who has a British accent?
This is a topic I know nothing about. So. From a distaff perspective, I don't know. But
I'm gonna stick with Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. Girls love the Stark.
I don't know. I'm really divided. I'm just gonna just to do it. I think they like Superman. I think ladies dig Superman.
It's the tights. It's the tights.
I don't know.
Or whatever armor he's wearing now.
Yeah. Last category. Best director. I mean, Zack Snyder's kind of he's hit or miss for me.
Here's my thing about that. I will only accept that Zack Snyder directed this film if about 50 to 60% of it's in slow motion. If it's not, then I'm just going to assume Nolan directed it.
Yeah. What do you think? Who has the better director for each project?
It's tough because, from a shallow standpoint, it's a summer blockbuster. You don't expect much except big explosions and eating popcorn. So. Yeah. Again, I still have to go with Iron Man because it's the same writer of all the Lethal Weapon movies. You're going to expect big explosions, big action. Mel Gibson.
Yep.
Let's hope not, but if he shows up, I'll take Danny Glover.
The last thing I want to talk about is because these films are pretty much going to go head to head. As a film standpoint, I think we're all kind of getting on the agreement that Iron Man 3 is probably going to be the better film. But from a money standpoint, you're looking at the end of one franchise, most likely, with Iron Man 3. This has to be Downey Jr.'s exit. He's already asking to pretty much be done with it. And they're trying to build a new franchise in Superman. So who do you think is going to win the big bucks this summer?
Well, that's a tough one.
Yeah, I think for me, I think Man of Steel is going to be the better movie. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think Man of Steel will be a better film, and that's just my opinion because it looks like it appeals towards the movies that I like. I don't like action, explosions, Michael Bay. I'm not a big fan of that. So I think easily Iron Man 3 will make more money though, but I will like Man of Steel more as a better film.
For you, more money, better movie.
It's tough because it's you're gonna see all the Marvel zombies walk into the movie theaters for Iron Man 3, but then Nolan's also gathered a wide audience who like to accept his superhero movies. So,
all right, an undecided.
Do I have a coin? Hold on.
It's okay. For me, I think that Superman will probably end up being a better film, and Iron Man will probably win the money. It has Avengers coming out of it. So, with that bombshell, thank you. This is Geek Center.
We're awesome. We'll be right back with our close right after this. We'd like to thank you again for joining us here. Stay tuned for our next episode where we cover the Long Beach Grand Prix.
If you want to join our team, please call 562-938-4892. Thanks for watching.